Sup, pilot? Yeah, that's right. I went to 7-Eleven at 10 a.m. to buy Cheetos. What are you going to do about it? All right, that was pretty gross, even for me. But without further ado, let's get right into the Commish report, shall we? It's the last matchup of the year. Can you believe it? Well, before we get into that, I'm going to briefly go over last week's score and then go over the championship, the P-off ship, and the third place ship. Whatever, I can think of a better name. Let's go. All right, first game, we got Team Chippers, the Wizard of Hodge. The Wizard of Hodge getting that W, 264.2 to 232.4. Really, the whole point of this game was to ultimately avoid the cheetah, which you two successfully did. So, on to the next game. Next up, we got Mother Tucker versus Team Abo. Team Abo ultimately getting that dub, 244.3 to 209.5. Abo made a good improvement from the prior week, getting 131 points and having Joe Mixon ultimately save him. While Mother Tucker, while improving also, just quite wasn't enough to get that dub. And you're unfortunately going to the PO ship, and you're fighting for the Cheeto.
Motherfucker. You're a smart motherfucker. English, motherfucker.
Oh man, do I love me some Denzel. All right, next up, we got Nobel Prize versus Dan Highland. Nobel Prize getting the W, 199.7 to 172.8. Both these teams did not play very well, but one did shittier than the other. Nobel Prize having 5.9 out of Drew Brees, and then Dan Highland having 3 players go 0-0 and then -1. Jeez. So you went up from 78.2 to 94.7, Highland, but it wasn't enough. And unfortunately, you earned the POW. And one more. Yeesh. On to the next game. All right, next up, we got Turd Ferguson versus Loch Ness Monsters. Turd Ferguson just ultimately given the beatdown, 268.9 to 213.4. I realized in the last 2 games I mentioned that I was mixing up the weeks, so we actually did shittier than before, but like you guys were even paying attention anyway. So Ferguson, I mean, it's hard to come back from that, Sadami. Ferguson already had, like a 50-something point lead on you. And I mean, you're consistent, at least, Sadami, 105 and 107. I mean, you're consistently shitty. I mean, you got that going for you. But that makes you fall to the consolation round, while Turd Ferguson is going to move on to the ship. I mean, really, besides DeAndre Hopkins, Loch Ness Monsters, you really didn't have a whole lot going for you. So, fortunately, you kind of shit the bed this week. And then for Ferguson, he didn't exactly do that well either. But it ultimately didn't matter because of the beatdown he gave the week before. So, congrats, Ferg, on going to the ship. And Sadami, maybe you can make your money back. All right, next up, we got Camara's brown cousin, Julio. If you say it slow with a southern accent, it happens to be a lot funnier and slightly racist. But what are you gonna do? I know you're doing it at your cubicle right now as I speak. Versus Team Stank. Camara's brown cousin, Julio, put up 257.5 points compared to Team Stank's 238.8. Really, besides Derrick Henry and Todd Gurley for Stank, no one else really put up that much. I mean, he did way better compared to last week, but it just wasn't enough to ultimately get you that dub. And then Camara's brown cousin, Julio, lit the hell up. Alvin Kamara getting 23.3, Chris Carson getting 26.8, and then Julio getting 20.2. So he did better even compared to last week's 121.5. And that ultimately earned Mins going into the ship. And then Stank is fighting back for league dues. So let's move on to the next week. All right, last matchups of the year. I'm going to start out with the insignificant games. Nobel Prize versus the Wizard of Oz. Nobel Prize is just going to straight dominate the Wizard of Oz because Wizard of Oz sucks. So take that, Naza. What are you going to do? Yeah, you suck. And then Team Abo versus Team Chip. Our Chip was talking mad shit to Abo, so we'll see if Abo can back it up or not. But he's probably too scared he's going to lose to Chip. But regardless, all four of us earned a spot in the Culotta corner, meaning we don't really have to worry about shit. We ain't getting no Cheeto, we ain't getting no PO, and we ain't winning any money. On to the next games. It's the matchup we've been waiting for all year. It's the P-Off ship. Yes, the championship's cool and all, making money, but we all know this is what we're waiting for. Mother Tucker, last year's winner, versus Dan Highland, the repeat winner for the PO. And the Cheeto. May the best man win. My prediction is Brown's going to win against Highland. Highland's ultimately going to get the PO and the Cheeto, but prove me wrong, Highland. Prove me wrong. All right, next matchup, we got Team Stank versus Loch Ness Monsters, ultimately fighting for their league dues back. I think Team Stank's just has a better team, and Sadami's on the, So I think Team Stank gets his money back, and Sadami is basically as good as the second to last place person in fourth place. It's the shittiest place to get Sadami. I'm sorry, but that's just my prediction. All right, last but certainly not leastly, we got the championship game. We got Turf Ferguson versus Camara's brown cousin Julio. Sorry, it's just too funny to say. But really, this game's going to ultimately come down to a few players for each team. For Turf Ferguson, you're going to need Roethlisberger, Barkley, McCaffrey, and Thielen to really step it up. I mean, Barkley didn't have such a hot week last week, so hopefully he can really step it up this week. And then for Kamara's brown cousin Julio, he's going to need Kamara, Brown, Julio, and Kelsey, his team name, to all step up. And the main factor, in my opinion, for Week 17, if New Orleans wins this week, they lock the number 1 seed. So you're not going to see Alvin Kamara play in Week 17, most likely. And Mins may have to go to Sony Michel, who will have to step up. So that's the biggest factor going into this game, is whether or not the Saints win this week, because they beat the tiebreaker against the Rams. So I'm going to have to go with Mins winning the ship. And he'll be a first-time winner. But prove me wrong, Ferg. Prove me wrong. And that's the end of the Commish report. Sorry it's a little longer than usual, but, this is an important week. So best of luck to everyone, and I'm out.